So I made this website called Consensus. It's a website where you can make your own list. You share it around to people and it amalgamates all the votes by using a sort of chess-like elo. And at the end, you get an ordered list of rankings of the whole list. So if we just check this one, for example, this is best rappers or R&B. So you're going to be given random pairs from the list and you vote on which one is the better rapper or R&B. This is a tough one. I personally prefer JID, but I can see the argument for Future as well. So the idea is you do this over and over again. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go recency bias here with the new J. Cole album. I like it. So you just keep on going through the pairs over and over, and then if enough people do it and people are doing it accurately, you get the best rappers in a list. Because I'm probably the one voting on this one the most, it's actually fairly accurate to the rappers I enjoy the most. What I want to look at today, though, is it's looking pretty nice at the moment, but it didn't always look this nice. So I wanted to go back through some screenshots just to show what it was before. So on the voting screen, it was just like this. I was doing it for a climbing idea initially, but then I decided to change it to something a bit more global. You see another one here, just to show you that screen, the corresponding screen. I'll just put it to light mode as well. Similar enough, but you can see the top one is a bit better now, at least. It just looks a bit prettier and nicer. This was in the mega list section. This is what the screen looks like now. So before you had to manually add everything. Now you can just type a name, suggest an image, and it should get the right image for you. And if we look up here, that is messy, albeit it needs to be cropped a little bit better. There we go. Now you can see here the sizing is all off. Make a list as well holistically does not look as nice. The mobile was completely off. You can see here the buttons are completely off to the right, etc. So yeah, this was before I used it as well. There's a lot of clutter here, like 2 buttons of the same color. The title's kind of in your face a little bit. You have climbing and global here. There's a lot of useless information that I didn't really need to have. So what I did to get around this is, I'm not really a design guy, but there's a really good guy on YouTube called Sajid, and his videos helped me a lot just to get the basics of design. So I watched it, but it's kind of hard to implement that then yourself. So I used Codex to get the transcription of this video. Once I got that transcript from the video, I just went to ChatGPT, and on ChatGPT, I just put in the full transcript and asked to kind of pull out the most important parts. And then I went to each page of my website, attached a screenshot, and asked it to keep in mind the principles of design MD, run through the whole repo and improve the design. And it made big progress compared to those screenshots I showed a second ago. I also did the same for mobile. So the mobile wasn't looking good, so I just said to smash it out looking at design MD as well. And then the final thing was I added that spacing. So I did those before I did the spacing one. And yeah, the output was a way nicer website, just from kind of applying some principles that are well known to other people, but would have been a bit more complicated for me to implement myself. The output list was this design document. So I won't go through it in detail, but just from those 2 videos, I made a transcription and asked it to pull out the most important bits. So then when I was designing the rest of my website, I had to just refer to this design document for anything to do with design. So basic things, basic fundamentals, make the UI scannable in seconds. Less design usually wins, so just nothing too cluttered. And then I also added the second video as a specific to do with spacing, because my spacing was all off, and my design buddy told me this as well. And again, I could have said very vaguely to Codex, I want you to do the spacing of my website, but instead doing it this way helped a little bit. So I should have an image somewhere. Yes, this was a mobile change I made. Using this design document made the mobile a lot cleaner than the previous one. Still not perfect, but it's good for a prototype. This was the previous one. So yeah, this was before I used it as well. There's a lot of clutter here, like 2 buttons of the same color. The title's kind of in your face a little bit. Yeah, but finally, if you go to the website, it just looks cleaner now. Spacing is right. The top panel is in line with the middle panel, and so on. And that just came from this document. And I'm going to use this from now on in all the rest of my projects. Just have it in the code base, and that way my design should be a lot better.